coaches, administrators, all authority figures, and of course, your team and the opponents. Let's make this contest great by remembering to respect the game. On October 1st through the 7th, January 7th through the 13th, April 14th through the 20th is OHSAA Fall, Winter, and Spring. Sports officials appreciate week. Every year, these individuals attend clinics, participate in rules meetings, and take tests in preparation for the season. During the season, these dedicated men and women take time away from personal work schedules and their families to provide student athletes the opportunity to play the games they love and contribute to the overall experience our student athletes receive while participating in educational athletics. At this time, to show our appreciation and respect, please stand and give a big round of applause to the officiating team working this contest. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Here are the officials for tonight's contest: Jason Ratliff, Doug Brody, John Sherwood, Robert Andrews, and Jonathan Cooler.
It was the 1947-48 school year, and according to information in the LHS yearbook, the Mirror yearbook staff struggled to find descriptions for the Blue Raider symbol, which is what represented Louisville High School. They brainstormed multiple options, various symbols and descriptive words, and created a display of different options for students to examine. It was time to vote on the future mascot. Student voting took place during the 7th period class at Louisville High School, and by a vote of 317 to 177, the Leopard was selected. More feared and more intelligent than the lion or tiger, vicious, graceful, leaps, hard bite, and full of fight. Here we are, 75 years later. It was the 1947-48 school year, and according to information in the LHS yearbook, the Mirror yearbook staff struggled to find descriptions for the Blue Raider symbol, which is what represented Louisville High School. They brainstormed multiple options, looked at various symbols and descriptive words, and created a display of different options for students to examine. It was time to vote on the future mascot. Student voting took place during the 7th period class at Louisville High School, and by a vote of 317 to 177, the Leopard was selected. More feared and more intelligent than the lion or tiger, vicious, graceful, leaps, hard bite, and full of fight. Here we are, 75 years later, a special anniversary year for our district. And in 1948, students at LHS that decided the future of this district would have a leopard mascot, and the community has embraced it.
And this is when the moments turn to memories, and this is when the future gets so clear to see, and this is when tonight becomes a masterpiece, and this is when the moments turn to memories.
Please stand as the band plays the Louisville alma mater. Ladies and gentlemen, let us never forget that our freedom is sustained only because there are people who are willing to fight for it, to stand up for it, and in many instances to lay down their lives for it. In addition, let us always remember the courage and determination of those first responders who also stand poised, ready to assist Americans during disasters and other tragic events which occur here on our soil. After a moment of silent prayer or reflection, we ask that you proudly join us in the playing and singing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
to Louisville Stadium. Tonight's starting lineup. At tackle, number 50, Brady Hawk. At nose, number 56, Cyrus Wright. At defensive end, number 16, Wyatt Smith. At bandit, number 23, Carter Dean. At Mike linebacker, number 34, Will Ramsey. At Sam linebacker, number 44, Jacob Goldbreath. At spur, number 15, Owen DiMarzio. At corner, number 4, Ty Palmier. At safety, number 18, Gabe Stouffer. At the other safety, number 32, Colin Lloyd. And at corner, number 3, Cooper Rice.
You're live looking at Louisville Stadium. This is Mac Aljancic alongside my partner Frank Grimm. Week 8 of high school football. An old Federal League rival here. Our Louisville Leopards taking on the Glenoak Golden Eagles. Another beautiful night, Frank. It's been a great year for weather-wise football. Maybe not on the field for the Leopard fans, but in the bleachers, it's been comfy. Tell us a little bit about our Glenoak Golden Eagles here, bud.
Glenoak coming in, record 3-4, very dangerous. They've won 2 of their last 3. And the reason for that is that they're finally healthy. They had a lot of injuries at the beginning of the year, but they had a big boost last week with the return of one of the Burt brothers. Glenoak really is led by the Burt brothers, Avante and Adrian, I believe. It was Adrian that had been hurt, came back last week, and a big Glenoak win over Jackson, ran for 200 yards, had a touchdown, and he's definitely a concern tonight for the Leopards.
Yeah, Adrian's nickname is Milk. I'm going to have to give that pretty high in the scale of nicknames there.
Milk is a pretty good nickname.
I don't know what I'd be. Alka-Seltzer maybe might be my drink, but yeah, the Leopards, Frank and I talked here before coming on the air. Obviously they're struggling. This is week 5 of their Federal League journey. They've been beat up pretty much, tough matching up with these physically bigger schools. And but it's important for them really finish the year strong, and really they're planting seeds for next year and beyond.
Well, we have 3 games left, and I'm interested to see the direction that Coach Kappas and the staff is going to be taking here the last 3 games. What do you do with your seniors? What do you do with your underclassmen? Do you start building for next year by giving some reps to some of those underclassmen that you're going to be relying on here next year? Or do you stick with your seniors, give them the majority of the reps? It's going to be interesting tonight to see what Coach Kappas does. But definitely going forward, we have 3 games to prove your worth in the program and where you're going to be standing here in the offseason.
Yeah, Louisville here in week 8. This is, like we said, the end of the 5-week Federal League run here. Next week they get their breather, which is the Division 6 defending state champion South Range. Division 5, I'm sorry, and then they play some school named Steubenville.
Yeah,
I think they won a few games in there. So the big thing is next year, building towards next year, their schedule gets a lot more manageable. Mm-hmm. So they have a lot of familiar names in Stark County: Alliance, Canton Central Catholic, Marlington, Northwest. Of course, our rival with Hoover and Green, we play in the Federal League. New Philly,
Worcester back on the schedule.
It's a schedule where we're matching up against schools pretty similar in size and maybe physicality. And we both talked about a couple of classes where we remember seasons where maybe it wasn't a deep senior class and a tough schedule, and we saw the seeds being planted with the sophomores, juniors, and in this case freshmen. We have a few freshmen playing, and I think Leopard faithful just needs to believe Coach Kappas, believe in him, and I think we can see a pivot, but it's important these last 3 weeks to grow as football team and grow as players.
I know the talk around the building and with the coaching staff this week is talking about toughness. How tough are we going to be playing the last 3 weeks of the season? I know that the coaches are frustrated with some of the toughness of our kids that are a little bit banged up and not playing through some little nagging injuries or whatnot. So I'm eager to see how tough we can play these last 3 weeks, if we can end on a positive note going into next going into the offseason. I think that would be big for us.
Yeah, I think you get to the point where they've strung together a series of not pretty ugly losses. We'll just say that, and coaches are going to hang around, and kids are going to come out and play hard.
Well, I know last week at halftime we had 11 yards total offense, and I'm assuming that didn't go over real well with the coaching staff because to start the third quarter, basically Coach Kappas came out and put his JV team in to start the third quarter.
And a positive build for next year. JV team, I believe, is 5-2, and
Yep.
battle hard, but on this tough schedule. So
Right.
keep building here tonight. Hopefully we can trade blows with Glenoak and hang around and see what happens in the second half. Quinn Burek and Tate Golden are back. A little pooch kick. Quinn picks it up, crosses his 20, and he gets out to the 23-yard line.
Looks like Owen Bjork starting tonight for quarterback for the Leopards.
Owen transfer in from St. Thomas.
Senior.
We have our bigs there. I see Trevor Burek out there. Brady Hawk. We don't know who from week to week injury-wise. Been beat up some there. I believe that's Cam Atwell out there. Cyrus Wright.
Trevor Burek.
And Josh Nicholson.
Okay. Josh making a start.
Cam Doherty there in the backfield there. I see Tate Golden, Braden Hershey, Matt Crosby, who I think was out for a little bit. Good to see him back here. It looks like we're on balance set there. Overload this way. Austin Wade here in the slot there. Burek gives to Doherty, who is taken for a loss of 2.
Little off tackle play there. It's difficult to get any yards at the point of attack. They stuffed it. Defensive tackle number 99.
Glenoak, they're just had a 4-game Federal League run. All the games were 3 points. Last week was their breather game. They beat Jackson upset. They beat him by 5. So they
21-16.
lost to Lake by 3, beat Hoover by 3, lost to Green by 3. So Burek fakes, going to run a fade route to Hershey, and just misses. Beautiful
Just
pass
missed him.
there by Burek, and nice coverage there by Jaden McElroy. And I've slowly learned from watching on those NFL slow motion, you just got to stay close and get a little hand bumping in there. And
I think tomorrow in film, Braden's going to want that one back.
Yep, those are things, yeah. To win games, you got to get those plays there. 3rd and 11.
Glenoak showing some pressure here.
Burek is going to go up top again.
Cooper Rice.
Looking to Cooper Rice. So we're going to get a flag. No flag, and the Leopard's going to go 3 and out there.
Two deep shots early. I like the aggressiveness. Really, Cooper was open on that one, just overthrew him, and Braden dropped the pass before. These are things that I know Coach Kappas and the staff are going to want to see some better connections here on offense.
Got Avante Burke back for the Eagles. He's the leading receiver for Glenoak, 16 catches, 3 touchdowns, 20.5-yard receiving average, so he's a big playmaker. Burek set to punt, scoops a one-hopper, and hits a Mac Aljancic wedge to the right fairway, and that's going to go for about a 12-yard punt. All right, well, defense, time to buckle them up. How's your punting skills back in the day, Frank?
I was the long snapper, if that tells you anything. How my
well, you
punting
need somebody
skills
to.
were.
Now, tell me, as a long snapper, you're really almost throwing the ball between your legs, right? It's almost like a pass. Is that right?
Yeah, 2 hands on the ball. I long snapped in high school and I long snapped in college a little bit.
We could have been a great team as a punter. So, Reggie Roby and random snapper in the NFL. Who's the best? I don't know many NFL. Ryan Pomprion. The Browns drafted. That's the only punter.
drafted.
There is Bert Avante there, who's going to get the MVP of shoes there. Got the lime green shoes and moves the chains.
He's easy to spot, and I believe there's also a young man, number 1, Jalen McElroy, who has on the pink socks.
There you go.
That'll be easy identification from up here in the box tonight.
Of course, you can see the Leopard student section. You might catch them here later on in pink. Breast Cancer Awareness, October.
Cole Anderson, a quarterback.
Cole fakes. Gives. Leopards have him snuffed out. And just picks up a couple there. That's Jamar Johnson, their leading rusher. He's actually leading the county in rushing. 852 yards in 7 games, averaging 7.6 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns.
Well, I think in recent weeks, Glenoak has just been lining up and pounding the football and running at people. They haven't really thrown the ball too much this year, and I would expect with the return of Avante at running back, they're going to be run heavy tonight.
Yep. So Avante played last week. I don't know if he's out there right now or not there. Or Adrian, I'm sorry. Somebody's coming out there. Actually, Avante Burt's coming out there.
And I believe
Leopards up front, Trevor Burek at nose there. Looks like Brady Hawk and Cam Atwell playing the defensive tackles there. Running off tackle there again. Johnson pushes forward. He's going to pick up about 5. Referee slow to blow the whistle. I know we had a debate there about, how much you let them. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles now have that quarterback sneak famous, but worry about holding that pile too long because, as a defense there after that, you ought to just, start taking legs out there. You got to topple the domino somehow, and that's where you're going to get injuries. So I think you're asking for trouble when you linger too long with that.
It's better to err on the side of caution.
Yes.
I'd rather see a quick whistle.
Yeah, especially in today's day and age, yeah. 3rd and 4, probably 4 down territory. Anderson, the short snap there. He's going to throw a quick out route. Caught. Cooper Rice. Not a big tackle. Does he get it in the end zone?
No.
Ben Stouffer just knocks him out there. Nice catch and run there by Couture Ashcraft. And Glenoak is in business here with 9:26 left here.
Bringing in the heavy package, it looks like.
Glenoak's got some nice-sized boys up front there.
I know that.
And they just all over. They got some nice bodies there. Got the double shotgun fullbacks there. Give to Johnson, and he just gets in for the touchdown. Actually, correction, was that Avante Burke?
Someone's limping off. Number
It
3.
was Johnson there. He's got the touchdown there, but he's limping off there.
Avante's number 6. Jamar Johnson's number 3. Jamar got the touchdown.
Golden Eagle band there. Celebrates the touchdown.
Little muddle huddle right here.
Tony Kelly set to kick for the Golden Eagles. And the kick is punched through. So with 9:20 left in the first quarter, it's Glenoak 7, Louisville nothing. We're going to take a quick break on the Straggit Media Network.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
All right, we're back at Louisville Stadium here. Glenoak takes a short field for a 35-yard touchdown drive, by a Jamar Johnson 1-yard plunge. Tony Kelly hits a wedge shot right to the 20. One hopper by Owen Burek, who shuffles forward to about the 25. Talking about the Glenoak band, so here's one of my memories. They did in the 80s and 90s. We always seem to play them in October. They would dress up in Halloween costumes.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Halloween's kind of changed its tone since the 1980s, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Weren't a lot of yards being decorated back in the 1980s.
No. And the candy bars were bigger.
Ah, there you go. Yes.
To take my pillowcase off. That was,
yeah.
I'd fill that thing up. I'd have a full pillowcase, and it'd be gone by Thanksgiving.
Leopards with trips to the bottom of your screen there.
Oh,
Looks like
boy.
going to go a screen there. Austin Wade puts forward for about 4. Leopards last weekend screen really struggled offensively. I think they might have had 1 first down at halftime there. And
Yeah, they didn't have any first downs at halftime, unfortunately. 11 yards total offense now. That includes 26 yards of sack, of sack yardage. But
you don't get first downs. I mean, besides struggling on offense, your defense is on the field the whole time.
yes, yeah.
Little roll to the short side. Little out route there to Tate Golden, and he picks up about 5 there. It's going to make it a long 3rd and 1.
Nice little play action there by the Leopards. Positive yardage.
Frank and I, unfortunately, a couple weeks ago had a big rivalry game. It wasn't the Brown Steelers. It was undefeated Mount Union versus Muskingum.
It was close.
Close.
Close finish. What was it?
They started 0-0, so it was close at one point.
It was. And then Mount Union got off the bus, and I think it was 72-6.
Throw out there to Matt Crosby. He fights forward. And a good phrase to say for Leopard faithful, first down.
Tackle there by number 1, Jalen McElroy for Glenoak.
Your Leopard basketball coach Tom Siegfried, the voice of the Leopards there, filling a long line of great names there.
I like what we're doing here on offense. We're giving some easy reads to Owen. He's making some easy reads, just, one receiver, short passes, catch and run for the Leopards.
Colton Loy there, and at the tight end slot position there. Fake to Doherty. Burek rolls to his right. Good throwaway there. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Leopards from their own 41.
Yeah, some of the Leopards' name. Do you remember any PA guys? I can rattle them off there. You know any of the guys in your era?
Tom McAllister.
Tom
obviously.
McAllister
still pitch hits.
Yeah, does some of the some of it here. Before him, another Tom McAllister, longtime Pleasant Grove principal. Another guy we taught with the middle school was a PG guy.
John Gresco.
John Gresco for many years.
Took his talents to Alliance. Calls the Alliance games now.
Longtime Leopard basketball coach. Little out route there to Golden again. He gets the corner. And
nice run by Tate.
Picks up about 9.
Tackle by number 1, Jalen McElroy again. He plays the boundary corner for Glenoak. It's the Pink Sox.
There you go. And back in the 70s, the Leopards Federal League heyday, Rod Lopek, longtime Louisville gym teacher.
Hot Rod.
At that little Louisville.
Pleasant Grove, and
I think he was a North Nimmer. He was a North Nimmer.
And he was a Pleasant. Ooh.
Be close to the first down there. It's a little smacked in the face, but I think we got it. Move them chains.
David Potter with a big hit. Plays middle linebacker for Glenoak.
There you go.
But we're moving the chains.
Got some big boys up there.
I tell you, I've been impressed with their nose guard, Omar Ford.
Yeah.
Not very tall. They have him listed at 5'10". I think that might be a stretch. And I'm going to conservatively put him at about 295.
He reminds me of Jerry Ball, former Lions and Browns guy. He's a big guy there. Tough to move there.
And he moves well. He's quick.
And throwing out routes there. Caught by, I believe, Braden Hershey. Hey, that's one thing. You're going to play one-on-one on the corners. You just kind of play a cat-and-mouse game. Just pepper those 10-yard outs and then do a little hitch and go there. Leopard front line really do a nice job up front. That's been kind of a struggle all year. Is unfortunately pressure is whether you're giving up sacks or forcing the quarterback to make tough decisions.
Well, as you know, Mac, it's one of the hardest things to do in life, in my opinion, is throw a football with somebody breathing down your neck.
Yes.
It's hard to make good decisions.
Golden picks up about another 5. Yep, you'll even see the great NFL guys. They look great, but once you get pressure on them.
Yep. Again, Louisville, a lot of short passes tonight. Letting their athletes get the ball in space.
Great job. We rattled off those Nicholson, Hawk, Wright, Atwell, Burek up front. Protecting Owen Burek. Burek's looking at a wheel route just over the fingertips of Colton Lloyd.
Nice route concept. cover 2 that ran a little wheel route to Colton, just couldn't connect there.
Had the post drag in the safety and try to hit the well. Just off the target.
That's the thing about Coach Kappas. I mean, we know his Division I background. We know what he's done at
College Division I and pointing that out.
Yeah. And the work that he's done at University of Mount Union. I mean, he knows how to put us in positions to be successful. It's just about executing.
Trips to the top side. Bjork looking at an out route.
Great
He's got
route.
Colton Loy.
Dang it.
Great tackle there.
Number 44.
David Potter. Pulls a little Hogwarts magic there. What was Harry Potter? Which is one?
I think it's Hogwarts.
We got Slytherin. We got Hufflepuff. We got Ravenclaw. What's the main one?
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore is the professor.
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on. Hogwarts is a school. My fault.
I'm
there.
a gym teacher. I haven't read a book since 1996.
Doherty pushes forward. And I
believe.
think we got the first down there. Where's my daughter? She's a major Harry Potter junkie there. She's a she's a Slytherin. I'm supposedly a Ravenclaw. There's some tests you can actually take.
Mac, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
All right. I can say I've watched approximately 0.75 Harry Potter movies there. It's not my cup of Coca-Cola Classic.
The books make great paperweights.
All right, Leopard spread out, trips here at the bottom. You're throwing it wide to double coverage, and luckily that sails out of bounds. Smart lay, hopefully. Yeah, you gotta. Sometimes you got those safeties pump fake that wide route and hit some guy up the seam here. Let's see if Coach Kappas has that counter.
Well, they've been sitting back in cover 2 the last 2 plays.
Explain what cover 2 is for our.
Cover 2 means 2 safeties. The corners will funnel the receivers in to the safeties and play the outside routes, basically between the numbers and the hash marks. But it's basically cover 2 means 2 high safeties rather than.
Sometimes you'll hear the NFL talk about the Tampa 2.
Tampa 2, which the middle linebacker will cover the middle of the field, which is not easy to do.
Blake, a little in route there, and unfortunately, Tate Golden had to come down to catch it, so no pickup.
Bjork throwing that one off his foot a little bit, a back foot.
Yeah.
Didn't have the muster to get it.
And you'll find, talk about pressure, but yeah, quarterbacks are in the back foot. It's tough to make good throws there. 3rd and 10. Bjork's had a hot hand this drive.
He has. Thrown the
Pretty much
ball well
all
tonight.
the pass. Had a run there, Cam Dockery on the 4th down, but get this to a manageable 4th down play here. Glenoak bring pressure, good protection. They got Matt Crosby on the nice slant, and it goes in and out of his hands there. So 4th and 10. Louisville's starting kicker, Carter Dusky, is out for the season, I'm pretty sure, with a shoulder injury. I believe he broke his collarbone. Tate Aljancic is the backup kicker. So, I don't know, 45 yards in high school.
Well, I was watching Tate in warm-ups. I'm going to say that's just a little bit outside of his range.
There you go. Leopards have had open targets.
We have the good route concepts tonight by Coach Kappas.
See if we got Tate or Golden up the middle there.
Moving
And
the
we're gonna roll
pocket.
out there. Burek scrambles. He gets to the edge, and he loses
no,
helmet.
no,
They
whistle.
Should be a dead ball as soon as his helmet comes off. I think that's a rule now.
I don't feel like the officials blew the whistle
No, the
quick
one guy
enough on
right
that. His
by
helmet
was
popped
sleeping
off.
there. But yeah, I think it's a dead ball right
It's
now.
supposed to be a dead ball.
So, good drive for Louisville. Burns some clock. Moves the field. Glenoak's on their own 30. Last drive, they got it on the Leopard 35-yard line. So I find it amazing now. Back when we played, getting your helmet off was a monumental task.
Yeah, there's a ratchet strapped on. I don't know why there's
the
so many
design of
helmets
them and
coming-
stuff.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's a chin strap difference. I know the buckles a lot on the chin straps are plastic. When we played, they were metal.
And there's Milk Burt, Adrian Burt. Scampers through. Well, you remember, even without chin strap, you had to pull your ears out and take them out. They're just, I think, a different concept of the helmet. But you see kids' helmets come off all the time now. we'd have a headache for the first 2 weeks of the year just with it. Go to school, you have permanent red forehead with pimples and
Yeah,
the chin strap pimple I always get about once a year.
those were the days.
Burt gives to Johnson, scampers through, and he's going to pick up about 5 here.
Galbraith on the tackle for the Leopards. We have a substitution here.
Aiden Norris, young freshman, been getting some action. And Leopards have 2 linemen, I mean 2 big linemen, probably 2 of their biggest bodies are freshmen, so it doesn't bode well to play freshmen in varsity, but that's a great investment. Those 2 are going to be a couple of bookend special players, I think, here in a couple of years, even next year and beyond there.
Hope so.
Burt, play action fake, looks at the post. He's going to go up top there.
Pickett
to his brother, I believe, or actually that was McElroy, and nice coverage there by Cooper Rice. Cooper has 4 interceptions, I believe, on the year.
Yeah, he had 3 in the Hoover game.
At the hat trick. Why do they call? Any clue why they call it a hat trick? I know people throw hats out, but that's out now.
I'm not sure. Maybe that's why. Maybe one day some.
I never got 3 interception game. I did throw 3 interceptions once or twice.
I wish I had picked you off in college.
3rd and 5. I never threw an interception in college.
Yeah, because you played safety.
Burt stuffed.
Nice.
Will Ramsey. We had, I think, Jacob Galbraith.
Back-to-back
contact.
Back-to-back good plays for Jacob. Going to have a punt here by Glenoak. Nice stance by the Leopard defense.
All right. Leopards playing solid football. Coming to play. And if you could hear everybody yelling, somebody had 12. I'm going to get, unfortunately, I think it's the Leopards.
Is that going to give them a first down?
I think they'll be a little bit short.
Do they go for it here?
Well, if you are Scott Garcia, what are you doing, buddy?
They're going for it.
That big line.
On the defense, 12 men on the field, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And that's
Coach Cap is not happy here on the sideline.
get a big stop. And you give him 5 yards. All right, got to answer that there.
Brings up 4th and 1. Glenoak electing to go for it after the penalty. And they're big up front and they're powerful in the backfield.
Tight splits.
Wow.
Double fume sniffers, we used to call that there. A couple of tight fullbacks, and hey, let's give them 5 more.
Let's just make it easy for them.
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
All right, the Leopard's going to answer the bell there. Is a demoralizing pair of penalties here with 2:45 left here in the first quarter. I wonder by a D-line. Did you ever play? You were a linebacker, right?
I was.
I
in
wonder
college,
D-line.
yeah.
You know, it always seems like you're right there, but you're just the anticipation of getting the advantage. A little guard pull there, double pull there, and Johnson picks up about 5 there.
It never made sense to me as a linebacker in high school and college. Our nose guard in high school would jump off 3 times a Friday night.
Well, a lot of you obviously are Browns fans out there. The Browns defense really aggressive, but they've been called for numerous offsides. Myles Garrett. I'm surprised in the NFL how many times just watching that little yellow line. I mean, Browns line offsides. 20% of the time they don't call it. Double fullback there.
Timeout. Glenoak.
Who's our fullbacks here? As I'm looking my Matt
25.
Rextus. And David Potter.
44. He also plays middle linebacker.
There you go. A nice play. I'm going to write these down here. So we were talking about a couple of young groups, underclass, that turned out to be some real nice groups. One was talking about the group with Max Hartline, Bryce Zuppe, Jared Maddie.
That was a good group. We struggled a couple years before they were juniors, and that group really kind of turned it around for us under Coach John DeMarco. Won a lot of games.
Yep.
That led right into the Jake Adams, era. That would have been Tyler Adams, Jake Adams, Brody Hahn. We played, lost a tough game to Hope, and if you remember that, who eventually won their first state championship.
Yep. Glenoak power football formation, gives to Johnson, gets to the outside, and he's going to pick up about 2.
Nice.
Tyler Palmier.
Nice play there by Tyler.
Forced him out. I can't tell who that was. That was there. I think Cooper Rice. That was defense. Ty Palmier. Actually, I think both Palmiers made 4. Got their licks in.
But, we were talking before we went on the air here. I know Louisville as a community, football is a big deal, and we haven't been very good the last couple years. And social media, some of our coaching staff has been taking a butt whipping on social media just from basically people that don't know what they're talking about. And
Burt gets the first down, Adrian Burt.
But the reality is we have the right coach in place, and we have talent coming. I know like Max said earlier, our JV team is 5-2 and young. Lots of juniors and sophomores on that team. Our freshman team is very good. They've won 2 games in a row, and they're loaded with talent. And then this 8th grade team has been lauded since they were young kids, and they were full of talent.
Yep.
And the thing about the 8th grade team is not only are they full of talent, but they appreciate each other's talents, and they like each other.
Yep.
And they play for each other.
And this Sunday we have the 8th grade game, so you Leopard fans, right? The annual 8th grade game.
That's at 5 o'clock this Sunday if you're interested.
Back in there.
It's a hold.
We got a hold there as
one of the Burt brothers.
Avante Burt gets the outside, but that's going to come back.
And
we got to remember, we sometimes forget, these kids are 17, 18 years old, and really like the Leopards, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think Aiden Norris might still be 14 years old. So
and he's playing varsity football.
And
Trevor, I believe Trevor's probably also 14.
So be patient. I know it's tough at times. I told Frank what this reminded me of. Actually, I graduated in 1989, but the 88 season. But the year after, the 89 season, had a really small senior class. And they battled, went 3-7, had a big win over Lake, an overtime win. Some of you old-timers may remember. That really kind of turned the curve. It was Rick Christ's second year. They had a lot of young sophomores. Todd Henney, Rob Arnold, John Civey, John Stuckey. And they went 7-3 as juniors when they joined the NBC. And senior year, they went 9-1, made our first playoff appearance for Louisville. Anderson is tackled by Colton Loy.
By Colton Loy there. Real nice.
And as we said, next year we get a more manageable schedule. Coach Kappas has helped put together.
At one time, we've had teams in the past that could manage our current schedule probably a little bit better than others.
Yes.
But the reality is that we haven't been super talented here the last couple years, but like we said earlier, that talent is coming. Let's give Coach Kappas a long leash, and in a couple years, we'll be looking back on this season as just another stepping stone in Leopard football, get back to the excellence that we've been at.
Johnson scampers through, picks up about 3. And I think the one thing we found out with the schedule, it's just tough playing Federal League type teams week in, week out. Your injuries start mounting up, and then you're bringing smaller bodies where they have Division I, Division II type kids that can do that. We're going to take a quick break here on the Straggett Media Network. It's Glenoak 7, Louisville nothing.
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a Leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in years to come, that as your life gets hard, you have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
Beatty Sports has all.
All right, we're back at Louisville Stadium. 7-0 Golden Eagles here is the start of the second quarter.
Big third down play here.
3rd and 6.
Turn
Get
it in.
out there to Burtz. He gets the corner. A great tackle there by Cooper Rice, and I think he's just short. Well, Ramsey there to help clean it up. Let's see how the spot goes.
Going to be short.
So Glenoak facing their second 4th and 1.
And here come the heavy package.
And what's the coach is saying? What's everybody in the stands telling the Leopard defense?
Don't jump off sides. Straggett Media Network, proud sponsors tonight would be Thomas Dental and Associates, Beatty Sports, amongst others. Heavy package here again.
Give to Johnson, and he is stuffed by the Leopard defense.
Great play, great momentum turn by the Leopards.
Great penetration.
Wyatt
Johnson
Smith.
had nowhere to go. And the Leopard faithful in the stands reward the effort there.
Good excitement in the stands right now. Let's see if our offense can put something together. Other sponsors for tonight's games, Cheerleading Techniques with Tori. Scratch Steakhouse, one of my favorite places to eat here in town, with Damon cooks up a mean steak, and of course Guiley & Guiley Law Firm.
There we go. Cheerleading Techniques by Tori.
Tori Spencer, now Tori Vernier.
Urick crossing route. Just off the hands of Austin Wade there. Nice coverage.
Again, we are doing a lot of clearing out of the corners and safeties with the outside receivers and running our inside receivers on short little crossing routes.
He's on Mason. Nice job there, blanket man coverage. 2nd and 10. Trips to the bottom side here. Urick, there's an out route to Golden. He's got a little incidental pick play, and he's going to pick up about 15 yards and move the chains.
Great play.
Tate's been a big target here tonight.
Yeah, but I think he's got 4 catches tonight. Tate's really good in space, Mac. He's a super athletic kid.
His mom, if I remember right, or you told me, was she a West Branch Warrior hoopster? I can't remember.
I don't think that's Tate's mom.
All right. All right. Pump fake. Urick throws it down. I think as this receiver screen was snuffed out. 2nd and 10 here at the 43-yard line. We're early second quarter. Leopards trailing 7-0. Glenoak got scored on the first possession, a 35-yard drive, capped by a 1-yard Johnson touchdown. Jamar Johnson. Lewis, the last series, drove about 50 yards, but just missed a 4th down target, or 3rd down target. Got tack on the backfield on 4th. 2nd and 10. Colton Loy there at the slot, motions. Urick, a screen to Loy, off target there, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. You talked about pressure there, Frank,
Yeah,
right?
I tell you, Glenoak's disguising some of their pressures. They're bringing the inside linebacker hot to the trip side, and that's really been a problem. We were not really picking it up with our back.
Scott Garcia, I believe in his 2nd year back. He was a long time Glenoak coach for probably, what, good 10 years at least.
Left to become the athletic director.
About 3-4 years, and he's back. pressure, and Burek quickly goes down, and the Leopards are going to have to punt.
Yeah, just right up the middle right there.
The problem is right now we're throwing the ball a lot, but unfortunately Glenoak can kind of pin their ears back.
Yeah.
When you're constantly slinging it, but we're not getting a lot of push up front. Protected pretty well, not getting a push. So the punt team comes out. Burek's punting. As the Leopards wearing their Columbia blue pants. How do you like the Columbia? What's your favorite?
I like it. I know that a lot of traditionalists don't like it, but, you know, I personally like it. My track uniforms are Columbia blue.
Burek.
It's a better punt.
A little rugby rollout punt, and it's going to be tapped down to 25 by Gabe Stouffer.
After the punt, Glenoak will start at their own 25-yard.
What's your opinions on the Columbia blue?
Columbia blue, you know what? I always wanted Columbia blue pants, but once I saw them, I just never fell in love with them.
Really?
I think I like that. With the white helmets, I'm talking uniforms. The three colors, helmets, jersey, pants, kind of is a little busy for my fashion taste. They look all right I really like the Columbia blue jerseys. They're sharp. I think my favorite is probably the white pants to go with the white helmets, and pick your jersey. But it's a good change of pace.
At any time, would the community be open to a different colored helmet?
We did the helmet history last week. We'll rehash that here in a second. Looking for a screen there. Anderson rolls out. Hits his big tight end.
Nice tackle.
Nice tackle. Taking out the legs there is Ty Palmier. So our tight end there, Austin Morrison, picks up about 8. Yeah, the Leopards had blue helmets for a long time. Probably, actually, I think started way back when. Probably they got in the 70s of the Paul Starkey era. They went with blue, navy blue, and then actually in the early mid-80s we went royal blue for some reason. I don't know if we got a discount on paint at True Value Hardware.
Potentially.
My junior year we switched back to navy helmets, and my senior year, Rick Crislip's first year, we went to the
white.
We went blue. No, we had blue with the paw.
Your senior year?
Yeah, the paw that every animal in America puts on their helmet there. And then Rick is, the year after I graduated, they went to these white helmets. The logo's from actually Lafayette, University of Lafayette. Lafayette Leopards. So they've been to that since. I like the clean white look.
I like them too.
If we were big time, college, whatever, we'd probably have our alternate helmets and stuff.
I can tell you under a previous coach here recently, we took a picture of a helmet stickered up in leopard colors, and it was navy, and we put it on social media, and it didn't go over real well.
Fake to nobody. Anderson hits the skinny post. Nice grab there by number 13, Couture Ashcraft. And Glenoak picks up about 30 on that beautiful pitching catch.
That was a nice post route by Couture, and Cole founding for a real nice gain.
Anderson, that was maybe one of the most unique fakes. He really sold the fake, but no back was within 4 yards of him.
Yeah, the back literally didn't move from his stance. I'm sure he had some type of pass protection responsibility, but it doesn't seem like he's too interested in blocking.
Anderson delivers there. And Glenoak is inside the 30-yard line. Give to Johnson, County's leading rusher, and he's going to push forward for about 3.
Nice tackle by Will Ramsey.
Number 3.
Defense doing a good job up front, not getting gashed, keeping the play. I mean, that was really one of their first big plays.
It was.
And they've been getting stops. It kind of demoralizing when you're just giving 6-7 yards of pops, demoralizing, but they've been getting their stops. 2nd and 7. But if I went with an alternate helmet, I'd probably, navy if we were able to do that. But
I mean, really, what other color could you go with?
Columbia, match the pants there.
Oh,
that was talk, North Carolina. I remember that talk of going. Actually, I remember Rick Crislip in his office one year had a light blue helmet. I don't know if it was a mock-up or what. High pass there, nice catch. Tackle there by
the Palmier brothers.
Palmier and Palmier Insurance could be or something like that there. Ty and Jake, who have roots in the Plain school system.
They do.
So I'm sure they know some of these guys.
They came in 8th grade.
Yep.
Good boys.
So that was the year I taught his year's 8th grade. All these kids, I only know them by their eyes because that was the year of COVID. They were in their masks for most of the year.
True.
So, yeah. But I knew him from basketball and other things as
Right.
well. But yeah, that was a strange year.
It was a strange year. Glenoak, little power off tackle here.
Avante Burke with the lime green stompers. Gets the first down.
Avante Bird with the carry for Glenoak for a first down.
Could have been Billy Lime Green Shoes Johnson.
It might have been Houston Oiler.
Houston Oiler, laying foul. Probably the first famous touchdown dance, right? Wiggle the knees, and
It has to be.
every kid did that back in the day.
I'll occasionally do it at home every now and then.
Glenoak, heavy set to the bottom of your screen here. Johnson back in the backfield, little pitch handoff, and Johnson is tackled there. Will Ramsey having a really nice game there, pushed back there.
Will's finally getting healthy. He's been nursing a high ankle sprain the entire year, and he seems to be moving better tonight than what he's normally been.
Yeah, he's really the anchor of the returning players defensively. He and last year, Jacob Davide made a real nice linebacker tandem for the Leopards.
You know, defensively here, like you said, really Glenoak's only had one real big splash play. It's been a real steady, consistent defensive play by the Leopards. I've been impressed with their toughness tonight.
That's why 5:40 left here in counting second quarter. It's a one-possession game here. 3rd and 9. Anderson in the shotgun. Spins around, and he is buried. Colton Lloyd, Jacob Galbraith. Close the door.
Little pressure there by the Leopards. They sent a strong safety blitz. Good play by Coach Atkins and the defensive staff.
Once again, a quirky play action. He faked to nobody and then spun around and
just, you know, as if I'm a strong safety, I'm watching the running back. He literally on pass plays, he's not moving. It's the strangest thing. I don't know. Maybe he's conserving his energy or something. I have no idea. But I mean, what a tip to the strong safety if he can just key in on the running back.
So 3rd and 18. I misspoke the last one. 3rd and 18 here. Leopards got to make play here. Get off the field. Anderson throws it. All right, it's picked off there. Carter Deem takes it out to the 35-yard line.
Great stance by the Leopard defense again. They have showed up tonight to play. Little Birdie told me that it was not a real pleasant week of practice this week in preparation for this game. Leopards come to play ball tonight.
As you know, you're struggling through the season. You're on a 5-game losing streak, getting smacked in the face. You need some plays. Once you get some momentum, you're under the lights Friday night. That blood's quick to get flowing once you get some momentum, and the Leopards have some here.
4:33 left. Let's see if the Leopards can put some points on the board.
Got number 17, Brian Sipe out there, or Tate Aljancic going to get his first varsity reps here on the Leopard field. Got a series last week in the first half. Got a screen there to Austin Wade, who's going to push forward for about 2.
How tall do you think Tate is now? Is he 6'4"?
Tate is, I think, 6'3" and an eighth, maybe 6'2" and 7/8. It's hard to tell with his curly hair there.
It's true. I will say this. On Saturday on Facebook, there was a lot of pictures of homecoming, and I noticed some really bad haircuts on the boys. I don't know what's going on.
This there will be looked at. A little flare out there to Tate Golden, who can't get to the corner. It's going to make it 3rd and 10. Yeah, it's a unique hairdo area. You got a little combo of the 70s feather, the 80s curl with a shave around. I'm not quite sure what exactly is going on.
It's a cross between a Greg Brady and a Kirk Cameron.
Hey, Greg Brady and Mike Brady. You got a little perm and you got a little feather. Sean Cassidy.
But regardless, it makes me happy to not have hair.
There you go. Well, yours truly here, Mac Aljancic's growing out. This is my longest probably my hair's been, and Leopard's going to give 5 there, unfortunately.
Are they calling it on us?
Yeah, lineman got a little shuffle there. They're going to talk about it. We need a little home cooking here. A little TV ratings call.
Well, I
will admit, I'm hard to admit this, but when I ref little youth basketball for our Saturday mornings, once in a while I give a little TV ratings call. Keep it interesting. That's my confession for the night.
Is that 5th grade basketball, you mean?
That's maybe 3rd, 4th grade. They know. They eye me up, though.
Listen, you literally could call traveling on every play.
Yeah, Frank and I have reffed that one, so we have to blow our whistle and have a little talk about. We're not going to give sass. Little 9-year-olds are not going to give sass to us old men trying to make calls. They're out route there, incomplete to attempted for Matt Crosby, and Leopards go 3 and out.
Number 24, Matt Crosby.
Last couple of series have been real tough on the Leopards. Had a good defensive stance, had a interception, and then the offense has gone 3 and out both times.
Some different numbers out there. Tyler Davis,
number 19,
there on the end.
Tyler's really grown up. It's hard to believe he's a junior.
Burek gets the punt off. Little half spiral. And Burt is off to the races there. And he's going to get down to the 35, and he's taken out of bounds. I thought he'd kind of give a fair catch signal. Nobody's complaining, so maybe my eyes are tricking me there. And Glenoak's in good position here with 3:01 left here in the first half.
Here at halftime, you want to stay tuned. We have our Tackling Cancer benefit for Jalea Jones, who's a 6th grader at Louisville Middle School. She's fighting cancer, and we had a big fundraiser for her. And we're going to be presenting the family a big check today at halftime.
That's great effort for the community. And then tomorrow we have the community. Why don't you say what we have tomorrow here at the stadium?
Tomorrow, soccer's doing Kick for the Cure. I believe the boys are playing at 11 o'clock. The girls are playing, I believe, at 5 o'clock. You come out and support.
I think then there's at noon and 7 there. I think Leopard's soccer team, and Burt shuffles around. Colton Loy and Will Ramsey snuff it out for just a gain of a 1 or 2 there. I think it was 12 noon. Boys soccer teams having a nice year. Plays host Perry, and then I think it's 7. Does it say on there?
7. Niles McKinley for the girls at 7.
Yeah, we had Paige Folk talked a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Knocked it out of the park, and just sharing her background on that.
Paige is a senior captain for the Leopard soccer team.
Yeah,
We're
both
going to
soccer teams have a nice year.
50-50 raffle baskets. There's a bake sale going on. Make sure you stop out tomorrow. Support Louisville Soccer and support Jalea.
Adrian Burke tries to get the outside, and he's strung up, shuffles through, and he's going to push forward for about 4. Make a good job making something out of nothing. 2:05 and counting.
4-yard gain for the Golden Eagles.
When I asked my soccer coaches and dads, I know a lot of soccer dads, do they like playing on turf better, or do they like playing on grass?
I was a soccer dad for a long time. My youngest son, Kason, was a pretty skilled soccer player there, and he would prefer turf.
Yeah, I think the kids like turf. It's true bounce, but that purity of playing on grass. I miss grass games.
Well, you know, I mean, it very easily could be, grass could be
Burt
making a
play
comeback.
action. He's got pressure. Shuffles outside. Colton Loy rolls, throws it, makes a nice pass just behind the tight end.
Flag down.
Austin Morrison, and either a hold or a downfield there, and they're signaling hold. So, Frank, you take a hold, make it 3rd and 16 or 4th and 6?
I don't know what the scouting report is on Glenoak's kicker, but I think I take it.
Yeah, I think because it's 4-down territory, and I guess you trade off. I mean, you're doing a good job defensively. I mean, can you keep it less than 10 yards on this next play? So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm taking it. Plus, it's going to, either way, it's going to eat more clock.
Right.
But they got 10 more yards to go here in 80 seconds.
Penalty is declined.
One thing about grass, everybody, almost in high school, almost everybody has turf now. And I think it contributes to injury, not necessarily because the turf's dangerous, but I think kids are just faster. They're fast all throughout the year, and it's like just like car wrecks. The faster you are, your collision can be more.
Well, changing directions as well. I mean,
yes.
You put those joints under stress. You're not exactly fully developed when you're 16.
But if you remember, right now it's October 6th today. I mean, by this time of the year, your field's kind of beat up. It might be dirt in the middle on a rainy night. You're just moving a lot slower. And so.
I know in college, in the OAC, We didn't have turf at Mount Union, but John Carroll and BW had turf, and then Capital
BW had terrible hard
BW
turf,
had terrible
sand turf.
I pride myself in the BW game for never being on the ground.
No turf burn, huh?
No, the coaches weren't too super happy with me, but
All right. I don't know what to comment about that, but keep your uniform clean. Well, that's the other thing, too. Back in the day in grass or muddy game, it'd be all muddy, and the new kid coming in all white or something like that. That was always something funny.
I once played a high school football game, Mac, on wood chips. we played a team. I don't remember what it was. They had one field. They practiced.
Ohio or Kentucky?
Kentucky. They practiced on this field. They played on this field. They had youth football on this field on the weekends. They brought in wood chips for the game between the 40s.
All right. Lowe's not back then. All right, so the Leopards turned down the penalty. 4th and 6. Big play here for the blue and white here. Leopards manned up there. They're looking for the screen. Burt gets the outside. Can he get the corner? He's got one man to beat. Shake and bake, and he's going to get the first down. And that's have a little extra button on your PlayStation remote there.
Wow. He made 2 amazing open field plays to avoid solo tackles. That's tough. It's tough to make open field tackles on an athlete like that kid. He's special.
Under 1 minute counting here. Glenoak has, I think, 2 timeouts left?
I believe so.
Burt fakes. He's going to keep it. Going to go to the outside, and he's got to tackle him up. And gets the corner, and he's shoved out of bounds there. Kind of hiding that pile.
We had him bottled up, and then he just broke contain.
Gonna make it on the 5-yard line with 39 seconds left, and you bring up the wood chips. That's wood chips. That's the big reason for turf. Is it's just multi-purpose. You get a lot of stuff out there, and that field's perfect, pretty much.
I mean, our field. We have the same field that the Seattle Seahawks play on. Like this is pretty good field.
Yes, obviously they can practice softball here, some baseball. We got lacrosse. I mean, it gets used all the time.
I bring my track kids down here when we run.
Yes. Yep. So it's very cost feasible. Burt's touchdown. The Milkman scores. Adrian Milbert takes it in. With 33 seconds left, Glenoak goes up 13-zip. Do you remember Milkman? That's just a hair before my time.
I don't remember having a Milkman. Do you?
I do not. My one buddy, I remember when he was like 4. He's my age. Mark Goebel. Shout out. Bill Goebel sometimes listen. They have a picture, the repository with the Milkman delivering. But I think you would have been a good Milkman, Frank. You're just a generation behind.
I'm not sure how to respond to that.
Kelly, right down the middle with 33 seconds left. We're going to keep it here. See young Kason Grimm waving up to his dad and favorite math teacher.
Kason's begging me to come up in the press box tonight for some Susan Lamont cookies. He begged me on the way in. I told him no. Under no circumstances is he allowed in the press box.
Susan Lamont, the longtime secretary at the Louisville Middle School and world-class baker.
World class.
We always order Christmas cookies every year. Pure gold.
Shout out to Mrs. Lamont. I went in on Wednesday today, made a special request for the peanut butter cookies, and she delivered.
I've never had those before. They are big time. So they're peanut butters, M&Ms. They're like little peanut butter, like little mini Reese's pieces, little Reese's cups almost. Something like that. I don't know.
I don't know what they are. I know they're.
I'm not a big peanut butter fan, but those were pretty darn good there.
I'm too deep at the moment. At halftime, I'm about to go 2 more.
Yeah, if you don't hear Frank for a while in the third quarter, you can put 2 and 2 together. 33 seconds left here. See if the Leopards can get some field position there. Kelly hits a bouncer. We're going to catch that. Colton Lloyd picks it up and gets forward. All right, the 40-yard line. So Leopards with 2 timeouts left here in the first half.
Colton Lloyd brings it back out to the 40-yard line.
I think what you don't want to do here, Mac, is go 3 and out and give Glenoak the ball back. I believe Glenoak also has 2 timeouts. Let's see if the Leopards can use their 2 timeouts, maybe work the sideline and get some points on the board here before halftime.
Bjork back in it. Signal caller. Leopards with trips to the wide side.
Press coverage down here at the bottom.
Cover, they're deep, 3 deep, so it looks like a rollout to that side. You're going to have some flat open there. Matt Crosby makes the catch. First down, gets out of bounds. Picks up about 13 yards in 7 seconds. 5 seconds, actually. As you can see, well, you can see on the screen, they're backed off some. Playing a little 3 deep with the press on the backside there to Matt Crosby. Trips to this side. Wouldn't be surprised we see a similar play here. Gonna roll it there. Tight coverage. Burek throws it out of bounds to the student section. Good choice.
Looked like we had a spacing issue with 2 of our receivers kind of in the same area. Good play by Burek. Throw it out of bounds. Take your chances here on 2nd down.
See if our kicker Tate Aljansic, did he loosen his legs up down there?
I
don't see it there.
I don't even see a net on the sideline.
What was your kicking range there?
I could drop kick at about 10 yards. And punt. I actually could punt pretty good. I actually was punting Friday night. Me, Kaysen, and my stepson Brady went down to Canton Southfield, and we were punting from the 40 in. I still got it.
Burek, the out there to Tate Golden. It's been Golden tonight. I think that's probably about a 6th catch.
Is that Tate or is that?
I think that's Tate. Is that Hershey? That might be your little
Brady.
Hershey
I think
kiss.
that's Hershey.
10 on the play. First down, Leopard.
Hershey, son of Brian Hershey, and speedster from my early days of teaching, Jen Green. I asked Jen if she can still outrun her son a few years ago. She said, yeah, she can take him. I don't know if now, though, but. So we got 13 seconds left. Got time for a couple plays. We have timeouts left here. Burek. Throw that out route.
Get out of bounds.
And Hershey once again. Duplicate. 8 seconds left. Down to the 29-yard line.
To Braden Hershey again.
Got 8 seconds left, Mac. You got 2 plays in you with 8 seconds left?
Well, I'm going to run that play or maybe do a little pump and go. They're going to get a little nosy. Let's see. I'm going to take a pre-snap read, see if they get a little nosy, and pump that play there. Now they're overloaded to that short side there. But high school kids, not always hard to resist the cookie jar.
Well, we got double coverage up top.
Pressed here. What about Crosby on a little pump and go there? Hit a guy down the seam. No, we're going to do a little pitch and catch, and we are going to get nothing and like it.
1 second left.
Snails. We got timeout. Did they give us a timeout?
Well, I think he got out of bounds with 1 second.
The clock does not stop unless you call a timeout because he was not a first down or anything, or Louisville got.
Well, he was tackled out of bounds.
Yeah. And
they're discussing it right here.
Well, there I see a clap by Owen Burek, so I think I'm going to give us one more.
Oh.
With 1 second left on the clock.
He kind of got driven backwards, so sometimes you don't get the clock stopped. That's where we say we got to get a little TV rating call there. I don't know, not that though that was the right call, but. Throw us a bone, guys.
Well, they did. 1 second here, Mac. What are you drawing up?
1 second there. I think, well, they're going to go trips. I wouldn't mind seeing trips and try to run a skinny post down the middle. You know, they're going to be playing soft.
They are. I mean, they're going to be cover 4, cloud coverage. You're going to have lots of defensive
isolate and go up top. Let's see. I don't know if Colton Loy, Austin Wade are some big boys. Got some height.
The problem with our trips coverage is they're rolling that safety over the top on the back receiver, who's by himself right now. It looks like it's going to be Crosby. They're playing a safety over top. It's just you're just thrown into double coverage.
By the way, I made a Judge Smales reference. You know what movie that's from?
Who's it? Judge what?
Judge Smales.
Caddyshack.
Sure. You'll get nothing and like it.
Get nothing and like it.
To his nephew or his grandson. All right, so we got trips here. Hershey isolated down at the bottom there. Like we got Loy, Golden, and Crosby, and they're going to just throw it up for grabs there. And there's let's see who gets tipped, and it is picked off there. I believe that's Avante Burke. And that's going to do it for the first half. So the Leopards put up a good fight. Glenoak gets a couple of touchdowns, and it's 14-0 at halftime. We're going to take a break here on the Leopard Straggit Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the 50-yard line as the Glenoak Golden Eagle Marching Band takes the field to present tonight's halftime show. You just heard Hard Day's Night from the Beatles. The band The Who rose to prominence in the 1960s and 70s with their catchy and classic tunes including My Generation, Baba O'Reilly, and Pinball Wizard. We showcase our majorettes and feature twirl Lucy Schaefer on this hit from 1971. Here's Won't Get Fooled Again. What would a British invasion show be without a tune from one of the most famous and well-loved English rock bands? Formed in London in 1970, Queen has rocked us with their melodies and infectious lyrics for the last 5 decades. Enjoy the stylings of our Glenoak dancers to this swinging rock chart hit, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. finish our halftime show tonight with this pop rock smash single from 1983. We hope you enjoy our rendition of Elton John's I'm Still Standing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Louisville High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Christopher Blanger, assisted by Mrs. Abigail Markowitz and Mr. Sam Portzer, and student teacher Matthew Dietrich. The color guard is advised by Mrs. Sarah Philo and Miss Carrie Ann Hardman. Percussion instructor is Mr. Justin Severns. The band is led on the field by drum majors Morgan Callan and Riley Tipton. like to begin our halftime show this evening with the closing movement from our competition show. Soloists include Landon Moser on baritone and Josie Rigdon on trumpet. We also feature a saxophone trio consisting of Rebecca Barch, Morgan Callan, and Addie Thorne. We are excited to present Movement 3 of Blackbird Set Free. We'd like to continue our show tonight by playing a hit song released in 1966 by the Spencer Davis Group. It was also recorded by Steve Winwood and the Blues Brothers. Featuring our flags and majorettes, we hope you enjoy Gimme Some Lovin'. gentlemen, the pride of Louisville. Congratulations to the pride for earning Best Color Guard and Best Visual in Class A and
Strong schools mean a strong community.
The Louisville School District stays strong thanks to our ongoing support from our residents.
Our levy will cover what the state does not provide for public schools. Since 2013, residents have renewed the Louisville Schools operating levy.
It supports busing, extracurricular activities, field trips, and staffing.
Issue 34 will be on the November 7th ballot and does not increase taxes for our current property owners.
To learn more, please visit LouisvilleCitySchools.org. Please vote yes.
Please vote yes.
Please vote yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to draw your attention to the 50-yard line. The varsity and freshman football players, in conjunction with the Touchdown Club, held a Tackle Cancer fundraiser. The total amount raised was over $8,000. 50% of these donations will go to St. Baldrick's Foundation, and 50% will go to Jalea Jones, a Louisville student who is currently battling cancer. Thanks to Baby Sports, the Leopard Touchdown Club, and all the generous people who donated. We would also like to remind you that tomorrow, 10/7, Saturday, boys will kick off at 10 o'clock, girls kick off at 7 p.m. This will also be a kick for the cure. There will be raffle baskets, 50-50 raffle, bake sale, halftime activities, and DJ Snack Shack will be there as well. This is also in support of Jalea. Louisville Football Stadium tomorrow, all-day soccer to support this great cause. Thank you to all who supported it.
We're back at Louisville Stadium here. This is Mac Aljancic alongside Frank Grimm. Leopards put up a nice fight in the first half, trailing 14-0, which, not ideal on the scoreboard, but after facing running clock to start the second half, the last few games, Leopards really came to play tonight so far.
Came to play. I was told that this week practice was pretty intense. Kids were told that you're going to be playing for your position on Friday night, and I think that week of preparation, just challenging these boys to be tougher, is showing up tonight. Played real good on defense, minus a couple penalties and one long touchdown pass. It's really been kind of under control here. Mike Burke, longtime Louisville stat guy, sent us the stats. Mike?
Yeah, I was going to say Leopards with trailing 10-8 in first downs, where last week they didn't have a first down in the first half. Owen Burek put up 24 passes, 13-24 for 93 yards. They're doing a lot of nice little short read routes there. Have not been able to run the ball. We've actually got -7 yards rushing so far. So Cam Doherty's really our back. He's got 3 for 3 yards. So we've been slinging a lot. Tate Golden with 5 catches for 31 yards. Colton Lloyd 2 for 10. Braden Hershey 3 for 33. Got a lot on that last drive. Matt Crosby 3 for 18. Austin Wade 1 for 3. So seeing some good things.
Glenoak has 91 yards rushing and 71 yards passing. Really, it's been the Burt show. The Burt brothers doing a nice job. Adrian and and Avante. They're really the bulk of their offense. They are definitely talented kids.
Tate Aljancic hit the left field there, fielded by Adrian Burke, who is met by a wall of Leopards there. Didn't want to get skinny through that. He had a little seam there. He hit the brakes a little bit, and the Leopard swarm. Nice coverage there. Glenoak's going to take over about the 28-yard line.
I think this is an important drive here for the defense. It'd be nice to get them off the field here. 3 and out possibly.
Yes.
I think that'd be big for the Leopards.
Yes, you're in the game. Give a touchdown, give a score. Now you're really looking at scoreboard. That's a big mountain to climb here. Glenoak, big up front. And some of those names there. Anthony French, number 77 there. 58, I think I see. Keontae Pettit. We got Adrian Burt taking the snap start. Gives off to Jamal Johnson, who's tripped up, loses a yard or two.
Nice. Nice play by Colton Lloyd.
Leopards up front. They got Trevor Burek, the freshman at nose guard, Brady Hawk, and playing defensive tackle alongside Cam Atwell. Linebackers there. Inside is Jacob Galbraith, Will Ramsey. Outside is Carter Deem and Colton Loy. Safeties are Jake Palmier and Gabe Stouffer, and then the corners are Cooper Rice and Ty Palmier. 2nd and 11. Play action. Burt's going to keep it. Gets a seam. He's got space. Gets to the outside. He gets a first down. Cuts back. Still alive, and he's going to pick up about 16 yards and that Glenoak first down.
Just really athletic play by Burt there. The starting the quarterback this half reads the option, runs to daylight, and picks up 16.
Yeah, when you have, we all watch Cleveland Guardians around here, and unfortunately they don't have many home run hitters, and it shows in their offense. When on the football game as well, when you got guys that can hit triples and home runs, you can see he's got that potential with his athletic cuts and speed there. He can get a lot of yards in a hurry. Burt's been out with an injury for a few weeks.
He came back last week, rushed for 200 yards.
A nice win over Jackson, upset win there, 21-16. Gets close to first down. That's Jacob Galbraith. Takes him down.
Bird with a pickup of 9 on the play. 2nd and 1. Glenoak.
Trevor's starting second half on defense.
Yeah, he's getting a workout. A year ago, he's playing Little Leopards for the, was he a
Trevor was a Lion.
A Lion. That was a Bear back in the day. Actually, the origins of Leopards, they cut the town in 4 parts.
It was, oh, really?
Yeah, so that was it at one part there. Burt's stays alive, breaks the tackle, but he's mad. He's going to get a first down there.
Adrian Burt with a pickup of 2 on the play. First down.
That was just the 4th, 7th, 8th grade teams. Colts, Bears, Lions, and Browns. And then, I don't know when they added the 5th and 6th grade. I was a Chief. What was Case? You guys were all Packers, right?
Yeah, no, Case was a Cowboy. I don't know how that happened, but my other 2 boys were Packers.
As a Steelers fan, can you?
All of my boys have been Browns, which has been disheartening, to their dad. He's a long-time Steelers fan, but.
Back to pass. Burt's going to throw it up top. He's looking for his brother. Knocked away.
Nice
Ty
play.
Palmier.
Ty's been really playing well tonight. Man coverage most of the time. He's really been Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, feels comfortable. We got some nice players out there, and the Leopards are standing toe-to-toe. 2nd and 10 here on a beautiful early October night. Week 8.
Week 8. I will say, I think this is the 4th game I've announced that we've had good weather all 4 games I've been up here.
Lights out so far this year on the weather. Short sleeves, no ponchos. Knock on Formica here. Give there to Dante Burke, and he is off to the races to the 15-10. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Avante Burt takes it 45 yards to the house.
Really nothing special, just jet sweep motion, hand off the Burt. He just had a seam and outran everybody.
There you go. So there's not no Stephen Kwan singles there. That's Aaron Judge. Home run there, potential. And good first series for the Golden Eagles there. Tony Kelly straight out for the PAT. Snap is up and through, and the Glenoak Eagles go up 21-0. We're going to take a quick break on the Stragit Media Network.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
We're back at Louisville Stadium. Quinn Burek takes it out close to the 40-yard line here. Leopards' first offensive possession here, the second half. Trailing 21-0. Glenoak on a Avante Burt 44-yard touchdown scamper.
Looks like Quinn Burek starting the second half here for the Leopards at tailback.
Actually, that's Cam Doherty, I think.
I'm at quarterback, rather. Yeah, Cam's starting tailback.
Yep, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got to get the Bureks there. That's Owen Burek. Owen, you got me all messed up there. One hopper there. Him and Trevor, I think, are second cousins or so. I think their dads might be first or second cousins.
For number 6, Braden Hershey.
What do you call the layers of cousins? My wife and I have debated. Like a cousin that's your first cousin. Their parents are your aunt and uncle. Once you start getting, I call out second cousin. It's a little different. I think you got to declare that.
Well, I'm from Kentucky, so cousins brings on a whole different meaning.
Bump, set, spike. I'd set that right for you, buddy.
Appreciate that.
Burek fleshed out to his weak side, and let's see what they're going to give him.
Incomplete out of the tackle box.
I don't think the tackle box, does that exist in high school?
No, apparently not.
So there you
There's
go.
the flags.
Through with his weak hand there. Quinn is up hobbling there. It's tough for a quarterback rolling out to your weak side. And he is pleading his case, but there's no receiver around. Hopefully Quinn can walk that off. But my cousin's in the NFL, but it might be like our fifth cousin. So.
Still a cousin, I suppose.
23andMe or whatever those genetics there. Somehow you're connected there. Quinn's going to take a little break for a second there. Looks like a little hip pain.
Intentional grounding.
Tate Aljancic comes in for an ideal 3rd and 22.
What's your call here?
My call is, I think the Browns had Denver to a 3rd and 18. Back in 1987, John Elway fired a 22-yarder across the middle there, and the drive
Vance
was alive.
Johnson.
There you go. A little quick out there to Tate Golden. Picks up about 5 or 6. It's going to be punt time. I don't know who their third punter is. Is Quinn going to go punt? There he is. Comes out.
Yeah, Quinn's punting. He's not moving real well at the moment.
Dakotas Davis on the stop for Glenoak.
See Jimmy Krylo coming in, protector there. Young sophomore, high energy.
Real high energy. I think Jimmy's still playing basketball.
Yep. Ooh, got a little fake. They got to seal it on the end. Can Jimmy get to the corner on a 4th and 15, and he gets it. That was, you know what? I think we're going to have to give credit the announcers for calling out Jimmy Krylo.
Yeah, I know.
The TV gods, the streaming gods are smiling down on him.
Krylo with the big punt.
Happy for Jimmy.
Jimmy, I'm going to let him smiling after that. He's one of those permanent smiling kids.
He is.
He would not make a good study hall monitor. So Phyllis Schmucker out there listening. Phyllis can put a good smile on.
Phyllis
ran a
was
good ship.
one of the best.
He's a long-time listener streaming there.
I know we miss her. Although I get to see her every day at the end of the day.
Tate stays in. They'll reverse their action.
It's sealed off.
And that's Tate Golden. He's going to get a first down and more there. A little razzle-dazzle, and we got a little push in
boy.
Stay classy, San Diego, to quote Ron Burgundy.
I think they're going to call, I'm speculating here, but unsportsmanlike possibly on Glenoak after the play.
They'll see. It might be the old offsetting. Here's my theory, because offsetting doesn't do anything. I think if you get a personal foul, you should have to sit for a certain amount of time.
Unsportsmanlike, yeah.
Whether it's a half quarter, you're getting literally right at the clock. What is it, 8:09? So personally, I sit a quarter. We'll see at 8:09 in the fourth quarter. That'll clamp down on John real quick. And, you know, even more for hits. I could see the unnecessary roughness. Because, you know, now in college targeting, you're out for the
half. You're out for the rest of the game. Plus
but it does affect how they tackle. I think in high school they shouldn't.
I don't know, like.
But being out of game, I think, is a lot, especially some of those we see as marginal. There's not many of those are blatant, you know, cheap shots
so.
or
and how can you guess what the running back's going to do if they're going to try to go low?
Algiantic, a little slant, and Matt Crosby can't hang on. We're going to get a defenseless receiver here. Not sure Coach Garcia wants to make sure he keeps his guys in check. But, yeah, with that hitting there, my big thing is they'd never call. See who's getting up there, and I think Matt's getting up.
He's fine.
Taps himself on the chest saying, my bad, should have had it. But Matt's done a great job all year.
He's got a good year.
Through. My thing is they should call his running backs for going low and leading their helmet. You know, what are you supposed to do as defender for running backs at, 3 feet, leading with his helmet and shoulder?
I guess they just want you to get run over.
Yeah, I mean,
what's gonna happen.
And they initially, I remember, because I've written some for in newspapers at times, and that was the initial intention. They were going to call that, but you never see that.
No.
But that would clean up a lot because you put your defense in a bad position.
I can just tell you from, and you played safety in college. If you're trying to make an open field tackle, that's one thing. You can take legs out, but when you're trying to make a tackle inside the tackle box with bodies around you and shoulder pads square, I mean, it's almost impossible to not sometimes put your helmet, get your helmet involved.
Yes. All right, so Louisville in the red zone for the first time, I believe, and they're inside the 10-yard line. First and goal at the 8. Leopard's in a little stacked Twins formation right now. Tate Algiantic under center. Owen Burek got dinged up here a little bit earlier, legs. He did punt. Actually, he was out there to punt, and they ran a fake there. Jimmy Krylo with a big fourth down conversion sparked this crowd. Trying to find where Quinn's at there on the sideline. I think he's just resting. I don't know any see anybody on the bench.
Oh.
So Algiantic sidled up with Cam Doherty. Takes the snap, gives to Cam, and Cam picks up, maybe gets to the back of the line of scrimmage there. Is Glenoak, big penetration on that play.
Glenoak is physical tacklers, Mac.
Glenoak came in tonight. They're 9th in their playoff rankings in Division I. So they're battling to get a home game. And I tell you what, they got nice. I mean, I know Division I run a whole different level of competition, but they got some nice pieces. And they've been competitive. Other than really Massillon rolled them. Other than that, they've had close games. Algiantic looking for a screen there. Throws it to Doherty. Gets taken out there at the 5-yard line. Nice tackle there by number 23. Quincy Jones. So it's 3rd and 5.
Quincy Jones.
3rd and 1. Quincy Jones. I say Quincy Jones, maybe the all-time great producer.
Yeah, possibly Motown's finest.
Thriller, Quincy Jones. It's in a great movie. His character's in a great movie. Ray. You ever see the Ray
Charles? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. His daughter, Rashida Jones,
Mm-hmm.
is in the office, among other things. Parks and Rec and the office. And try to give it on 3rd and 1, and Glenoak. Fly, eagle, fly. Fly like an eagle there. Steve Miller band there. All right, 4th and 5 as they get pushed back there.
I'm surprised we ran the ball 3 straight plays there. Thought maybe we'd go play action on 3rd down, maybe try to sneak somebody out to a corner.
So we got trips to the bottom here. We got Hershey. Well, he's not really isolated on top. He's got safety help. So I'm going to guess they're going to come to this side there. Quinn Burek, hopefully we don't looking for a little out.
That's
there.
got to be early.
And try to hit Tate Golden. No call, and the Eagles are going to take over.
I thought the defender got there a little early.
He's saying need a little TV ratings call if not. But referees keep the hanky in the pocket, and Glenoak's going to take over. Nice drive by Louisville. Gets the pulse going there. They've been playing pretty spirited effort. And after Glenoak scores that first touchdown in the second half, you're facing a 4th and what was it, about 16?
On Church Street. License plate
All right, Church Street, home of one of the great middle school basketball coaches of all time, Louisville, at least of this last year, Mac Aljancic.
Yep.
So
still home of
great phys ed teacher.
Yep.
Second to Frank Grimm.
I don't know about that. Mrs. A, everyone loved Mrs. A.
All right, Burt, slippery, gets outside, and look out. He's got space. The lime green shoe, nice block there. Cuts back, shuffles through. He's still alive, and all the way out to the Leopard 46-yard line there. That was a pretty slippery, impressive run there. I think, do we see hankies there? I think one there's right on the sideline. I can't tell. Well, yeah, there's one there on the Leopard 44-yard line, so it's going to come back some. And
what are they calling here? Is it a block in the back?
I see Glenoak slime. I've never seen somebody do the gritty. What's the dance now we do?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you call it. We don't have the dance unit in the PE department anymore. When Coach Real retired, we got rid of the square dancing.
Square dancing, always a great week of gym class. Wow.
We still had the albums when I took over for Coach Real. I threw them away.
Got to hope you got a good partner.
That's true.
Adrian Burt gives to Jamar Johnson, I apologize there. Gets about 4 or 5. Let's see if everybody's getting a little tested.
I know, getting a little chippy here. They throw a flag for a late hit?
Not sure there, but what's the highlight of the gym? What's the kids like best in gym nowadays?
Floor hockey. Floor hockey is always a big unit. Flag football, ultimate frisbee. We try to mix it up, teach them some different skills rather than just playing midnight all day. Ship to shore.
Dodgeball, is that a thing of the past? Do you sneak that in once in a while?
Very rarely.
And that is off to the races. Johnson to the 25, down to about the 20-yard line there. And Glenoak starting to gash. Their home run hitters are getting their swings in.
It's getting some big chunk plays off the run. Really, I don't know when the last time they've thrown a pass. They're just making pitches and letting their athletes run to daylight. Just rotating in backs.
So I can remember middle school heroes, junior high then. One unit was the trampoline.
Yeah.
So everybody just standing around the trampoline.
Yeah, one person
go up, do their little knee bend, seat, whatever. You get your 148 seconds of trampoline for the period, and you're a spotter. I guess you're supposed to catch them if they fall off there. That was safety standards were at its best. But
did you have Coach Real for gym?
I had, Coach Real. Yeah. John Rill, a legend of Louisville. Great molder men, great character molder. It's funny after you teach with them, Louisville people that went to Louisville all know Mr. Real. Man, he had the voice of a.
He could stop you in your tracks with that voice.
An iconic gym teacher voice, but once you got to know him more, he was really
that's a great guy.
Great heart, great molder man, and he got a little softer in his older years. Not that he was.
Not much.
Yeah, but he held kids accountable in a tactful, loving way.
Great man of faith.
Yeah, we now have the Rock in front of the high school now. It's the real Rock. I think came from his farm. He's a Louisville Hall of Famer, athletic Hall of Famer. Burt keeps it, gets some space, slips by, and Adrian Burt is going to take it to the house.
Wow.
A 90-yard touchdown drive capped by an Adrian Burt 21-yard touchdown, and Glenoak breaks it out to 27-0.
Just the difference in the second half, we're just not making tackles. We made tackles first half. It's just, I don't know if it's just everyone playing two ways. We have a lot of kids playing both ways, just no gas in the tank.
Yeah, younger kids, undersized. You're getting worn down, and that one step, these guys, that extra, foot or two of space, they have the turbo button to make things happen. Kelly, 4 for 4 on the night, and that makes it 28-0. So with 14:18 left here in the third quarter, we're going to take a break on the Straggett Media Network.
Good. With 4:18 to go in the third quarter, it's Glenoak 28, Louisville 0.
Turning your programs to page 51. If the Louisville Rotary ad is signed by a Rotary member, you have won a free American flag placement for Parade 24. We thank the Louisville Rotary for their continued support of Louisville athletics. Turning your programs to page 42. If the Booster Club page is signed by attorney Rick Diley, you have won a $100 gift certificate to the Hall of Fame gift shop. We thank them for their support.
All right, we're back at Louisville Stadium. Glenoak with a couple of nice touchdowns drives here in the second half have broken open, 28-zip. Leopards played a really nice first half, stood toe-to-toe with this big physical, talented Glenoak team, and unfortunately, Glenoak's hit a couple of home runs here in the second half. Got a hold is Quinn Burek. Breaks out the 30, but the Glenoak coaching staff beside us called it correctly, unfortunately. So we're up here. Frank, how'd you like as a coach? Do you like being in the booth or you like being on the sidelines? Frank's a long-time assistant at Louisville and other places.
Sideline, personally. I would rather be on the sideline.
You got a sideline personality. So, Frank, you did what? You did Carrollton, Marlington, Louisville, anywhere else?
No, that's enough.
I did.
Those three places were enough. You were at
Perry Panther for a couple of years, did Leopards for a while, went to Marlington and did 1 year down at the New Philly Quakers, but I was a box guy. I mean, I was helping call offensive plays there, so.
I would rather be on the sideline. My strengths are more as a motivator than they were an X's and O's.
I would say calling plays offensively, it's easier to see up here. Just see that spacing and stuff.
For sure.
Urick, little floater out to Cam Doherty, and it falls incomplete.
Straggett Media Network would like to thank the following sponsors for their ongoing support. Guiley & Guiley Law Firm, Cheerleading Techniques by Tori, Beatty Sports, Thomas Dental and Associates, and Scratch Steakhouse. If you're listening, if you could please patron those places, we would appreciate it. Thank our sponsors for their support.
I think I heard Scratch has, I think, Orville now. I was listening to WQKT in Worcester, and I thought they had a shout-out to Scratch Steakhouse in Orville.
Possibly. I don't know if you've been, but.
Good stuff.
I've been, and it's delicious.
Louisville, right downtown's really happening. Coming a long way there. The second Fridays, really nice there. A lot of good places. And, of course, Straggett Media anchors the downtown.
Of course.
Tourists come down there, and then they walk across the street and take a couple umbrella pictures, but they really want to take Straggett Media. We got the Johnson & Johnson production team here. Rob Johnson, man in the camera, and the brains of the family, Hope Johnson, subbing in for Jake Taggart tonight.
Running the video board.
Running the tech board. Back 1 year ago, we had Trevor Burek running the tech board and camera. Burek tries to get Crosby off his back foot, falls in and out. And the Leopards are probably going to have to punt.
Yeah, this is.
Burek's really a nice throw off the back foot, but you can see he's struggling out there. I mean, physically struggling. Colton Moyer, snapper. So if Halloween coming out, any costumes you're dressing up as?
Not sure. I usually don't dress up in costumes anymore.
Quinn gets a nice roll there. Bert takes a gamble, picks it up there. I tell our students sometimes that, and actually I just saw this, I can't remember, I saw some, one of the most popular, I think a podcast, but back in the day, it's kind of insensitive now, but people dressed as hobos.
Yeah.
Which now is dressing as a homeless person. Not really probably the most sensitive thing, nice thing to do.
I, 1 year, I'm going to guess 5th grade, dressed as a hobo. Borrowed my grandpa's overalls, had a flannel shirt. My mom put coffee grounds on my face to form a beard. Still have nightmares about it. It's so bad, but I had a little knapsack on a stick.
Knapsack. Where's the knapsack gone? Just don't see that anymore. I guess the little rascals. Maybe that's where we got this whole... or you just go, I was not a big costume guy. What am I last minute? Should I wear my baseball outfit or a football helmet? Bert shuffles around, breaks tackles, taken down by Will Ramsey.
6 on the play, 2nd and 4.
Lewis almost has a nice little costume night. Kids get into it.
It's fun. There's actually some really good costumes.
Yeah, they bring creativity. Or you used to have the old plastic mask, cheapy Kmart things. Those are brutal.
Plastic suit, plastic mask.
Filling some landfill somewhere for the next 500 years.
For sure.
Sweaty nose there, snotty nose.
The staple would break on the string. Then the whole night you go as yourself, but you got a G.I. Joe bottom on.
Glenoak here. Anderson back at quarterback there. Gives to Jamar Johnson, who spins around. Leopards take him down. He squeezes through for about 2. 2 or 3, 3rd and 2. Glenoak, for you old Leopards fans, I can remember one of my early games. This is where I think I'm just sitting with my buddies. I'm probably like 1st, 2nd grade, just sitting with my buddies. I don't know my parents or their parents. Back in the day, you had a little more freedom, and Leopards were trailing 17-zip at halftime. And this is the day 17-zip was a major league and came back and got a W. I think I was back like 77, 78, one of our Federal League championship years. What I can remember, I was thinking of this driving up is as Anderson gives to Johnson, who thinks just going to get the first down. Good job by Leopards, pushing him back. So we're up there, and some old lady, I didn't see the end there, was a little extra
push after the play. Yeah. It's going to be unsportsmanlike on Louisville.
So some old lady beside us just screaming during the game, just screaming. I was like, just caught me off guard. A little old lady, which she probably was 52, which I am now, but she seemed like she's about 75. But
yes.
That was my little taste of passionate Leopards at any age and gender and just generation.
I remember when this last stint when I was on staff, the year we had the COVID year when there wasn't a whole lot of fans that were allowed in, and you could hear fans yell individually at you as a coach. It was quite disturbing, some of the things that this little old lady that sits behind, and she's actually here tonight. She sits in the same seat every night.
All right.
She was saying some negative things to me.
Sometimes you got to lighten up a little bit. It's high school football. That's why I often would sit on the away side. I followed my grandparents. They always are away-siders. Thrown up top there, and almost caught there. Ty Palmier in coverage. Couture Ashcraft almost came down with it.
Would have been a great catch.
Put some nice air under that.
2nd and 10. Minute 9 left in the third quarter.
Key thing, I think, a deep ball. Yeah, put air under it, let your receivers adjust. And almost made that catch. Sometimes I see high school kids throw that flat, deep ball, and it's got to be perfect.
I think that was the first pass Glenoak's thrown in this half. They've just been pounding the ball.
Anderson totally destroyed on the quarterback keep on the read option. That's going to make it 3rd and 11. Looking down the sideline, I see Frank and Jackie Clapper, the Herald, covering. They are actually moving to Columbus, where their daughter lives.
Yeah, I thought it was Pennsylvania.
I thought it was Columbus. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Columbus. I'm running over your email. Jacky's a Navy veteran, and she's come talked at our I put together our Veterans in the Classroom Day. So if any of you are interested in military personnel, you call the middle school or look up my email on the school website and put you in there. We had 70-plus people come and filled 8 classrooms for the whole day. But Jackie's come. But they and their family have been part of the Herald for decades upon decades. And they're going to change a little pace. Looking up top. And great pitch and catch for the touchdown to
number 7.
Number 6 there. No, that's number
6.
That is, we can't see there. We've seen him. Who's our, number Pink Socks we were talking about.
Number 1.
Is it 1?
Jalen McElroy.
There you go. I was looking at, looking at 0. I was like, that wasn't the name I said before. Jalen McElroy. Beautiful pitch and catch, and Glenoak
nice post route by
puts it into running clock territory. 34 zip. So Leopards obviously discouraging second half here as Kelly sets for the extra point, but as we head in the fourth quarter, I think a lot of positive things here as we wrap up our Federal League portion of our schedule. Next week we face South Range, which is a defending state champion at the Division 5 level, but physically I think they're a team we should match up better. Hopefully there's some things we can carry over. I liked how we have competed for the most part tonight.
I mean, we've seen this before the last couple years. We haven't been too platooned in Louisville for many years where kids are just playing one side of the football, either on offense or either on defense. We have 8 or 9 kids that are really constantly on the field the entire game, which is something that we're really not used to, but it's it's a numbers game right now with Louisville. We don't have the huge teams like we used to have, where we'd have 80 to 100 sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
So at the end of the third quarter, Leopards trailing 35 zip. We're going to take a quick break on the Straggit Media Network.
Strong schools mean a strong community.
The Louisville School District stays strong thanks to our ongoing support from our residents.
Our levy will cover what the state does not provide for public schools. Since 2013, residents have renewed the Louisville Schools operating levy.
It supports busing, extracurricular activities, field trips, and staffing.
Issue 34 will be on the November 7th ballot and does not increase taxes for our current property owners.
To learn more, please visit LouisvilleCitySchools.org. Please vote yes.
Please vote yes.
Please vote yes.
All right, we're back at Louisville Stadium here. There's dueling bands here. Really a great halftime show. Of course, the Pride of Louisville always puts on a great job under the direction of Chris Bleininger. I was really impressed with the Glenoak band. Really did a nice job.
Lots of numbers on that Glenoak band.
Yeah.
There are probably 120 kids.
So we're starting the fourth quarter. Frank's going to read a few high school scores
All right,
down
some
there.
of the local scores around the area. No surprise here. Marlington 49, Minerva 0. We got a game going on here at Hoover. Lake Blue Streaks 13 and Hoover Vikings 7. That's in the fourth quarter. Malvern looking to improve to 7-1. They're up 14-7 on Newcomerstown late in the fourth. And some other local scores of interest. Carrollton up on Salem 14-0. In the Federal League, Perry is beating Greene 20-7 at the end of the third quarter. Canton South up 34-21, looking to go stay undefeated.
Tate Algidzic scrambling and throws it out of bounds wisely. Almost caught by Coach Kappas.
McKinley up 27-7 on Jackson. And Glenoak obviously shutting out the Leopards here. Massillon up 28-7 on Fitch. I thought that'd be a closer game, but
It's their
Massillon,
first road game of the year.
I know. How about that? Week 8, and you're finally on the road. Boy, I feel real sorry for them. And then this is a bit of a surprise. West Branch Warriors up 42-28 on the Alliance Aviators.
Yeah, Alliance got upset by Carrollton last week, throwing a flare out to Colton Lloyd just out of his outstretched hands. Yeah, the Federal League's been pretty balanced. Obviously McKinley right now is leading, but they've been tested. Jackson's kind of fallen off. They were hot.
Yep.
I think this will be the third straight loss, but those games have been close. That's always a great league. It's pretty balanced this year.
Yeah, you're right. With the exception of McKinley, I think really anybody can beat anybody, including Glenoak. Glenoak is playing really good football here the last 4 weeks of the season.
Jancic rolls out, throws a little flare out to Matt. Give us the catch. Give us the catch.
Nah, what a great catch. Just out of bounds.
Come on. Great one-handed catch.
Austin Wade, one of my favorite kids.
4th down. The clock is running clock here.
Just got a text message from my boy Seth Anderson. Seth listening down at Marietta College, running track and majoring in engineering. What's up, Seth? Thanks for texting in.
A lot of hills there in Marietta.
You would
to
know.
The basketball camp there. Maybe even higher than Muskingum's.
I don't know. That hill up to the stadium of Muskingum's a bear.
Jancic over the top. Can't connect with Hershey, and the Leopards are going to turn it over on downs there. Or, sorry, that was not Hershey. That was Wade, I believe. Or was Hershey? I don't know.
It was Hershey.
Seth, a phenomenal. Is he a hurdler or a 400?
Seth runs the 400. Yeah, Seth's a 400 runner. He getting ready to start his first collegiate indoor season at Marietta. Super proud of him.
There you go, Coach Grimm. Long time. How many years you been doing track now?
Oh, boy. I don't know. Head coach and assistant coach combined, maybe pushing 20.
Okay. So, Jerry Frasenko, longtime coach doing the girls. You guys doing a nice job. Had some nice runners and performances through the years.
I've been married to Jerry longer than any other woman. I've been married twice.
All right. I will not touch that at all there as we have a quarterback, Clayton Harvey. Gives to Quincy Jones again, we mentioned.
I think Glenoak here has made some substitutions. It looks like we have a whole new offense in for Glenoak. Looks like Louisville sticking with their first team defense.
See, seen any new numbers in there. Looks mostly familiar. Give there, and right up the gut to the house, Quincy Jones. Plays some beautiful music. And I guess I read the number wrong there.
I don't know. I think you read it correctly. I think that was Quincy Jones. 5'9" junior running back.
And the Eagles, big second half there. Touchdown number 4, and they're up 41-0 as the Leopard faithful starting to stream out here.
Running clock here.
All right. So 7:19 left here. Glenoak 42, Louisville nothing. Louisville finishes the year at South Range in near Canfield, right? South Range near Canfield.
Near Canfield, really kind of between Salem and Canfield.
South Range are not the Pirates. They're maroon,
yeah,
right? They're maroon and yellow.
They are the Pirates, I believe.
All right. And then
one of my college teammates lives there. His boys are South Range pilots. Jeff Starkey.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
Defensive end for us at University of Mount Union. His boy was probably their best player last year on their state championship team.
That's a unique year where two Canfield and South Range, right? How far apart are those schools?
10 miles.
Both win state championships. And both, I don't think, were expected to. South Range were around. Canfield had a good team, not a great team. I thought. I saw them play against Dover middle of the year. They beat them in overtime.
Just got hot.
Their quarterback was at Indiana recruit. So, having Big Ten guys makes you a lot smarter coach. Quinn Burek takes the kick. And he is snuffed out there. I think that was by the touchdown maker there. Quincy Jones playing multiple instruments here.
Yeah, doing it both. The multi-talented Quincy
Favorite
Jones.
Michael Jackson song from the Thriller album.
From the
Did you
Thriller
know
album?
that when you invest in your
Should we go
smile,
Thriller? I think he
you're
probably did Off the
investing
Wall
back
before that.
into your Stark County community.
Off the Wall was
Welcome
before
to Thomas
Thriller.
Dental.
I think Quincy
My
Jones,
name's
I'm guessing,
Tanya.
might produce
I'm
that.
Dr.
Sounds similar vibe.
Possibly. Favorite song off the Thriller album? PYT, Pretty Young Thing, is really hard to beat.
Probably got that called in the hallway, right? Yelled at
well,
you.
I would say it to girls, and then they would immediately slap me.
I'm going to go with, you want to be starting something.
Got to be starting something. Are you a vegetable?
And I will say, Off the Wall, really an underrated,
great album.
I've come to appreciate that more with age.
Ladies and gentlemen, recognize the Outdoor Children's Hospital. Provides certified programs like the one here tonight to keep our student athletes safe.
Now here, I can't hear myself. There we go. So 6:37 left there. Leopard's coming out. Tate Aljansic under quarterback.
Looks like we got
pretty much their starters in there.
Got the
I don't
starters
see any new
in.
faces. This coach got a lot of JV time tomorrow, so he wants to give a lot of his youngsters some experience and stuff.
Glenoak definitely has a second-team defense in.
Part of that, too, Federal League depth. I remember talking to I'll just say, I won't name the coach, but a coach that's piled up a ton of victories in his long career, and he said the one that used to coach in the Federal League, he said one big thing is, in the Federal, you just have your depth. If you injuries, you're bringing a lot of varsity bodies in. Where Louisville right now is kids playing varsity that are probably, a year away weight room wise from being true varsity bodies there. But they're called, they have to stand in the gap.
I'm counting.
They're cutting their teeth.
I'm counting bodies on the sidelines that have jerseys on but not shoulder pads. I'm up to 11.
Tate in motion, Tate Golden, Tate Aljansic clicking, throws a wheel route. He's got Austin Wade. Nice catch.
Aljansic to Austin Wade.
Safety Mark Fontes makes the hard hit.
Nice tackle by backup safety there, number 19. I've been impressed with Glenoak's tackling. I mean, they are a good, fundamentally sound defensive team.
Impressed.
They tackle well.
Kind of surprised where they're at right now, record. I mean, that's kind of a testament to the Federal League. And
but their best player has been hurt.
Yes.
So.
All right, Tate Golden with a really nice night, slips through.
I believe that Tate Golden, I believe that's catch number 7 for Tate tonight.
5:05 and counting here. Got stacks here to the bottom here.
Stacks both sides. I actually like this formation against man coverage. Oh boy, got a little
Fires one there.
Right there.
Tate can't quite get to the first down. Gonna make it a 3rd and 1. See, Tate's got pink, I don't know, tape on his feet, and those aren't shoelaces. Were you white or black shoes back in your day?
We all wore black. In college, you didn't have a choice. We had to wear black. That was a Coach Karras thing.
I did have white spikes in high school. What was the movie with Robin Williams? With Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, he was the quarterback.
Yeah, that was. And Robin Williams was a football player. That was unbelievable.
Underrated movie. What was that movie? I can picture it. Had an alumni game there.
Had the alumni game.
Not
Kurt
all
Russell.
the right moves. That was right around that
was
time.
Tom Cruise. I gotta look it up.
Kurt Russell was a minor league baseball player. Pretty good athlete there.
Did you watch that documentary about his dad and the baseball team on
I watched
Netflix?
part of it. Tate Aljansic scrambling around, keeps his eyes downfield, and let's hope Tate right. Braden Hershey's in range there. Slippery, but good job. Choice there. As Frank's going to, remember, you used to have look things up. You'd actually go to the library.
The best of times.
The best of times. That's what I think in Fast Times.
Yes. Yeah. 1986.
Who was the in Fast Times Richmond High? Who was the All-American?
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker. They
yeah,
stole his Camaro.
Yes. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Spicoli, or no, Spicoli, or was his brother?
It was Spicoli and his brother.
Nice out route there to Tate goal. Tate to Tate.
Just got a text message from Dave Reynolds. He wanted us to tell you that his #1 Michael Jackson song was "Beat It." Of course, I'm sure Columbiana High School, he was busting a move to that back in the day.
Eddie Van Halen solo. I have to say, "Beat It" a little overrated. No, that's gonna make my hot take, but power to you, Dave Reynolds there. Tate Golden on the other outside. Billie Jean's. Thrillers iconic.
For Christmas 1984, I got in my stocking.
Did you get a glove?
I got a single bedazzled by my mother, left-handed white glove, and my brother Bob, who was just newly in the military, bought me a jacket.
The red jacket?
I was the fattest Michael Jackson lookalike in Louisville, Ohio.
Wheel route incomplete to Matt Crosby. I'll give the Louisville High School had a nice Spirit Week last week, and I saw the pictures posted online.
Yes.
Tech, Avery Andrejczyk went with the Michael Jackson look there.
Did.
Look, I saw him there the other night. I said, yeah, good look going there.
Avery, obviously a junior on our Leopard basketball team.
Grandson of Dr. Andrejczyk, Joe Andrejczyk, longtime chiropractor in Louisville.
Avery pulled it off.
Tate throwing a flare out to Austin Wade.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Leopards.
Nice ball by Tater.
Tate Aljancic throws his first varsity touchdown. And with 1:30 and counting, the Leopards cut the lead. Oh, we didn't score. I thought we scored once. We haven't scored yet.
We have not
Where
scored.
have I bet at? 42-7. They cut the lead.
We did. We cut the lead.
It felt like we've scored tonight. Leopards cheerleaders not chucking little footballs. We're chucking T-shirts.
Really?
There's always one cheerleader that can get top row. It's always like, who has the arm?
The T-shirts aren't making the second fence at the moment.
Tate Aljancic threw for 6, kicks for 1. And with 56 seconds left, the Leopards get on the board. Leopard fight songs playing. Nice drive there by Louisville. Nice touch there by Tate.
Good ball by Tate.
Nice catch by Mr. Wade.
Austin, big target. He's probably 6'4". Plays basketball for the program.
What is Austin? He's a junior,
He's
right?
a junior, yeah. He's a junior.
You know.
Moved in from Green 2 years ago.
Yeah, right now, Paul Mears are juniors. Braden Hershey's a senior. He'll be gone, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Corona, who you see out there, he's unfortunately hurt. He was going to be a big part of this, but he's been out all year. Cam Doherty, junior.
Young up front on the offensive line. Atwell's a senior, and I believe Cyrus.
Yep.
Is a senior.
So a lot of promise ahead here.
Yep. It's going to be fine. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Neither is this football team. It's going to take some time, but it'll happen.
And next year's wins are going to happen in next fall's wins are going to happen in this winter's weight room. That's going to be the difference.
You're right. And I have
spring and getting then investing, getting quicker, getting faster, getting stronger, being athletic. Whether you're in the weight room, you're playing basketball, running track, getting physically better.
Yes.
Tate hits a nice knuckleballer there. McElroy picks up. He score long touchdown there. Shake and bake. Can he get to the outside? And he's got a corner there. Can they steal it off? Can he get to the wing? We got probably a crackback block there. We got flags all over the place. McElroy's going to put a show on. He's doing Script Ohio out there. Spins around, pitches it off to Burt, who could go to the house. It's going to be called back. And I think they might run out the clock. He's going to go. So it's going to be a good highlight. Could he make it?
His own player tackled him. Cue the Benny Hill music.
That is YouTube worthy. That was like Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson worthy there.
Wow.
Bert, I think, spelled script Mississippi there. I don't think that was Ohio. He was all over the place. Unfortunately, they got, 2 of their starters. I heard somebody in the crowd saying are sucking wind there. As they're on the kickoff return team. But sometimes it's hard for coaches to switch up your backup kickoff return. But
yeah, right.
Let's hope that doesn't linger beyond tonight. And I'm going to guess this is going to wrap it up there. I don't know if you have to run a last play or not.
Well, there's 4 seconds left.
Personal foul, blindside block, return team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
So I assume the clock can run.
That's
all right.
over.
Well, Frank, the score is not indicative of the game. Leopards, I think, put a really nice fight up, down 14-zip at halftime, and made some plays tonight.
I agree with you. Just having watched the last couple weeks, I felt like we played with a better effort tonight. I know that that's probably a response from the way practice was handled this week, and I know the score wasn't really indicative, like you said, Mac, but I thought the effort was there tonight. It's just one of those things where you got 7, 8, 9 kids playing both ways. It just caught up with you.
Yeah, Glenoak, they were in the game tonight.
Glenoak's a good ball team, like you said. It just shows that in high school when your best player isn't on the field, it really can affect you. Like, one player can make a difference in football, even though there's 11 on the field, and I think that's possibly one of the reasons for a couple of their losses. But they're a good, solid, fundamentally coached football team. They have some depth, and man, do they have some athletes.
Yep. So the margin of error in the Federal League's slim, and you can look at those Federal League scores. They're all pretty close. Leopards traded blows with this old Federal League rival. We probably won't be seeing Glenoak. They're not on the schedule next year.
They're not.
But good night of football. Disappointing end. It's all some good building blocks this week. Good pivot from the last couple of weeks.
Yep. So on to South Range.
On to South Range. So this is Mac Aljancic alongside my good friend Frank Grimm. Appreciate you guys joining us tonight. We apologize for any knucklehead stories or anything that may have cringed. There's definitely cringeworthiness there. I'll shut up because I'm talking myself into a corner here. Hey, everybody out there, have a great weekend. Have a great night. Go Leopards.
Shout out to Mrs. A. Send me a marshmallow.